We design motors that are much smaller, lighter, like more compact, for the same power and as other motors. So basically, for example, in a bus, when you're building today an electric bus, you have a huge motor at the back, and if you're familiar with it, like you have a bump at the back side of the bus where you cannot see it or something like that. So with our motors, we're replacing a motor of this size to a motor of this size. This is actually a motor that we can put in a bus to run it.
Like that smaller motor can go and
Yes.
drive a bus. Okay.
Exactly. So in a case that you're replacing an existing motor to our motor and doing a new design of the bus, you are earning 2 more seats. So a bus of 14 seats, suddenly with our small bus with 14 seats, suddenly with our motor became a bus of 16 seats. So you have more added value to the end product. For motorcycles, similar.
So tell me about your motorcycle motors.
Yeah.
What are they like?
So this is a motor for motorcycles, for example. Actually, that's going to be installed in huge amount of motorcycles in India starting next year.
Okay.
So we are very active in India, by the way. We have a subsidiary company in India where we're manufacturing the coils of our motors. So it's basically one of the core parts of the motor is the coils. It's the unique IP that we have on this. We have 18 patents on our technology, all granted already, where we designed in a very sophisticated way electromagnetic system with which we can pack much more active materials in a smaller package. So that's basically the idea.
And currently you are in maybe like the bus space or the transportation and motorcycling space, or are you also doing motors for vehicles like cars as well? EVs?
Basically, we are doing everything starting, we are a technology provider. Okay, so we are not doing the manufacturing by ourselves, we are doing it by licensing our technology to different partners. A huge partner that we recently signed with is L&T in India.
Okay.
And we have several more in India that they are doing the mass production. We are providing the technology. So we are doing everything starting from motorcycles and up to buses. So from around 10 kilowatt, the small scooters, and up to 150 kilowatt that runs buses or LCVs, in the future cars as well.
If I talk about the one big challenge that you see in the EV space, like what is that one big challenge according to you?
Good question. One big challenge. There are a lot of challenges in the EV space.
But for you, what do you think is like one big challenge for the EVR motor space?
Basically, the biggest challenge is they're not invented here. Okay. That's the worldwide challenge. Let's say like that. It's not a specific challenge for the Indian market. This is why we are very active in the Indian market. But it's a big challenge in the worldwide market. It's much easier for OEMs to try and push technologies that they invented in-house. Even if we are coming and presenting and showing something new that it's smaller, lighter, even sometimes cheaper, it's a challenge that's much harder to overcome, not only in EV, but for us in the EV space.
And how did you achieve, what was the timeline in which you achieved this miniaturization of motors as well?
Well, we started to develop this specific technology in 2018, and we come with a very good working, not just working, but a good working prototype in 2021.
Wow, so just about you can say 3 years you were there.
Yeah. 3 years of a lot of trial and error, a lot of tests, a lot of experiments, a lot of failures.
It's just a part of the journey, right?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.